Meghan Markle has a new pregnancy accusation that she's making against the royal family, and you will not believe what she's claiming now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megsy has a brand new pregnancy accusation that she's flinging across towards the royal family here, but you will not believe what she is claiming now. Now, this is an exclusive from Radar Online. Their headline saying Meghan Markle haunted by royal family's insistence that her first child underwent a disability scan before birth. What's wrong with that? Why is she haunted about that? What the frick is this nonsense, right, guys? Apparently, though, she's haunted by being forced to test her unborn baby for disabilities on order from Queen Elizabeth II. She had to endure testing, endure it, yeah. We're going to get into the testing in a moment, guys, for chromosomal abnormalities before announcing that she was pregnant with her first child, Archie. And so this is the thing. A source is claiming that all women in the royal household must submit to this test. Many of the royal houses of Europe are very closely related, so the gene pool can be quite shallow, which can increase the chances of abnormal children being produced. That includes the British royal family. So even though Meghan was a non-royal, that didn't change the fact that she had to get tested. It's a thing in the royal family. You get pregnant, you got to get tested for the unborn child for abnormalities. There's a reason behind this, a legitimate reason. Yet Megsy's trying to play victim and she's haunted. The royal family forced her to do this scan. And yeah, guys, if you think this scan is really, really scary, we're going to get into the ins and outs of that in a moment. The source, though, continued to claim, quote, Meghan wasn't happy with having to submit it, but it was non-negotiable like most traditions in the royal family. She hasn't talked about it yet, but she will, as it haunts her so badly. She's keeping this one up her sleeve, maybe for her memoir. Now, this is the thing. Before we get on to the actual kinds of screenings that happen with pregnant women and their unborn children, kind of got a little bit of a point to make about what we've just gone through so far. Why is she saying, through sources, allegedly, all right, that she was haunted by the royal family telling her that she had to do a scan on her unborn baby to make sure that the baby's fine? If anything, I'd be like, yeah, I want to know that the baby's fine, especially because potentially there may be genetic risk. Yes, let's go, let's do this. But why was Megsy dead against it, according to this story? To the point where she's haunted that she was forced to go through such a scan. Is it because she was never pregnant to begin with and faked the pregnancy? So tried to be like, no, I don't want to do it. It's scary, this, that, and the other. To try and hide the notion that she was wearing a moon bump, allegedly, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Because this is the thing, when I go on to the CDC website and I look at the kind of screenings that pregnant women have to go through to ensure that their baby is fine, if there's, any genetic risks whatsoever, the screenings are a walk in the park. So, firstly, why would anyone get screened, right, for something like this? So they say, the CDC says that some birth defects require special medical care after birth. Screening tests can help you and your providers prepare for any additional care you or your baby may need. A little bit of forward planning there to make sure that your baby's going to be all right, whichever way it lands. As a mother, wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want that? And so, firstly, you get screened. And so for the first trimester, between 11 to 13 weeks, combination of tests are offered for certain heart birth defects or chromosomal disorders. This includes a maternal blood test and an ultrasound. Oh, having an ultrasound is haunting. Oh, even though you'd have an ultrasound anyway, just to have a look at your baby, right? Oh, blood tests are so haunting. Oh no, oh no. Dude, it's a little prick. Hers is the bigger prick. Do you know what I mean? And so the second trimester screening tests, they include a maternal serum screen and a comprehensive ultrasound looking for structural anomalies. This is between 15 to 20 weeks at this point. Oh, a comprehensive ultrasound. Oh, that is so haunting and scary. Just an ultrasound that lasts longer. You want to see your baby again whilst it's inside of you? Why not, right? Oh, that's so haunting though, guys. And then the maternal serum screen, that's just another blood test. That's just another blood test, that's it. So the screenings, right, for the first and second trimester, initially, is a couple of blood tests and a couple of extra times having more ultrasounds. That's it. But oh, those screenings are scary. Very, very haunting indeed, right, guys? Now, in terms of who should be tested, right? Who would go through something like this anyway to begin with, right? So, women who are 35 years of age or older, to check for Megsy. Women who have had a previous pregnancy affected by a birth defect, okay? Or maybe, you know, being in a family that has suffered birth defects, like the royal family, right? Women who have chronic diseases such as lupus, diabetes or epilepsy, and women who use certain medications. That's it. And she ticks at least 50% of that list straight away. Straight away. She can't turn round, right, and say, oh, it was haunting, they wanted me to scan the baby, this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the royal family forced me to do this. No. There was legitimate reasons as to why she had to do those scans in the first place and do the screening tests, first and foremost. And she can't cry racism because, again, legitimate reasons as to why the royal family would want her to do that in the freaking first place. Now, this is the thing. The screenings are the first step, right? If there's any abnormalities that then come from those screenings, then there's further tests that are then required. So let's go through them, again, courtesy of the CDC. So there's a high-resolution ultrasound. So another ultrasound. Oh, that's so haunting, guys. Another ultrasound. Ah! What a horror show that is. What the hell? Then you've got chorionic villus sampling, otherwise known as CVS. And that's just collecting and testing a tiny piece of the placenta. That's it. Just a tiny piece of the placenta. In the go. Snap a little bit away, pull it out, done. Done really in a matter of minutes. Oh, but that's haunting. Oh my goodness. And she'll have been on gas and air or something along those lines to make sure that she's as comfortable as possible. Amniocentesis. This is a prenatal test that takes amniotic fluid from around the baby in the uterus. The fluid is then tested to measure the baby's protein levels. And it's then tested for things such as Down syndrome and genetic problems such as cystic fibrosis. Now, from my understanding on something like this, to take amniotic fluid around the baby in the uterus, just an injection in the tummy. Put it in, pull on the injection lever, sucks out some fluid, done. Again, in a matter of freaking seconds. Oh, but that's haunting, guys. That's haunting. What the frick? This is Meg's new pregnancy accusation against the royal family. A few years ago, she tried it with them, turning round and saying, oh, the unborn baby Archie, there was concerns about how dark his skin colour was going to be, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward like 5-6 years later, this is the updated version. The royal family whilst I was pregnant, oh my goodness, they treated me appallingly. They forced me to do a haunting test to make sure that my baby didn't have any disabilities. If this is true, and Megsy literally is saying this, right? What the frick is literally, right? The testing is few ultrasounds, couple of blood tests, right? Maybe get a little bit of the piece of the placenta and draw some amniotic fluid. All of which are not major frick-off operations at all. Can be done in literally a couple of minutes and that's it. But apparently all that's haunting. Allegedly. According to Megsy. Allegedly. This apparently is the new pregnancy accusation against the royal family. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to Meg's alleged new pregnancy accusation against the royal family? I think it's freaking ridiculous to turn around and say it was so haunting. They forced me to do a scan. I'm like, do that. Come on. Pull yourself together, really. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.